Darrell, first of all, just tell us about what you've reflected on from Sunday and what you've used over the last few days to try and get the best out of your team.
Yeah, a lot of reviewing, repairing. The last few days we were in straight away, Monday morning, working on that through to Tuesday, Wednesday. No time off, ain't got time for time off, so big game coming up. So review, work a plan, try and win a home game.
That sounds easy, doesn't it? But I know that it isn't as easy as all that. And give us a bit of an insight, without the detail, of the work that you and your staff have put into what is a very, very big game.
Unbelievable. We try to we look at everything. I'm sure the players will give you a good indication of how much detail and how many hours we spend here at the football club trying to get the right performance, get the right information to the players, get the right training into the players. So a lot of work goes into that, but nothing more than you should expect when you're managing a football club. And I've got great staff that lead from the front and make sure that the players get all that valuable information that may be needed, because games of football are won on fine lines, and sometimes the finer you put those lines, the more chance you got winning games.
How difficult is it to balance? I know you said when you spoke to the players after the game, you told them what you thought. How difficult is it to balance that side of it with then the need to get them to take on new information and to get them to absorb that?
Yeah, there's a balance. There's a group balance. There's an individual balance of your players. That's important. But also, I said to them after the game, I feel that there's been a hell of a lot of games this season that we've turned up without the ball. I think the effort, the commitment, the desire has been absolutely first class all season, but I'll always expect better with the ball, with the movements, with the angles we make, and players to take more responsibility with the ball. And I think we've come off that a little bit over the last few weeks, and hopefully we can put it all together on Thursday night.
You talked about playing the occasion maybe as much, and sometimes this season you haven't done that. Has that been part of what you've worked on as well? Not so much even the tactical side of it, just knowing what to do when you're in front of all that attention.
Yeah, and you've got to try and make things and patterns and attacking patterns, defensive patterns crystal clear of what you're looking for, which comes into a lot of work, a lot of detail, to make sure that they can go out there full of confidence to execute the plan. But players have to make good decisions on the pitch. You can lead a horse to water. Our players have been outstanding all season, and they know the patterns that we're trying to work on that we need to be better on. But some of our basics of ball retention the other day was nowhere near the standard I expect, or my players expect as well. So that was the negative from the game. But the big positive from the game is we're a home game away from Wembley, winning a home game. So we're really looking forward to that, and I'm sure my fans are.
Is it anything to do with TV cameras and big crowds and such, whereas when sometimes this year you haven't perhaps played well when they've been here?
Every individual's different. I think we haven't turned up in enough of the bigger games, if I'm honest with you, but that can sometimes happen, and you have to learn from that and get better at that. And Thursday night's another opportunity, isn't it, to be able to go and produce better than what we can, because if we do, we win the game, in my opinion. But we have to be at it without the ball and with the ball. Or we've got enough talent in the squad to be able to do that.
Given how finely balanced it is, Tom Pett has talked about patience as well, and it's not like you're 3-0 down with 5 minutes to go, it's half time. So talk to us about that side of it as well, the patience that you and your team will need.
There's twists and turns, isn't there? They're 2-0 up, and then we score a late goal, 2-1, right back in the tie. We would have been in the tie at 2-0, to be honest with you. I watched the Forest and Sheffield United game last night. It was a great, cracking game. Forest are 1-0 up at half time. Sheffield United come back 2-1. The old momentum swings. They're probably a little bit unfortunate not going through. So you got to be ready, prepared mentally and physically for everything. The staff certainly are. Make sure our players certainly are, and we'll see what tomorrow night brings.
You've done promotions before. You know what it takes to get a team out of this division. Do you still get, as a human being, that same buzz out of it, with being with a team that's going for a promotion?
Yeah, always, because I like to think I'm a winner, but you more so. I really want to do it, and this can sound corny, and I'm not a corny guy, but I really want to do it for the people of the club. To be honest with you, I think what we've been through this season together, the owners, the supporters, the players, my support staff, really want to do it for them, rather than a personal accolade. I'm not I know this sounds daft. I want to win. Don't my players will tell you that. My staff, but it's not about personal accolades for me. It's about what I think we deserve, and I'm hoping and praying that we can match that performance Thursday night, that we can get ourselves through to Wembley to give ourselves a chance.
Cheers, Darrell.
Thank you.
Darrell, obviously, as you've already said, you've been there, seen it, so to speak. How much of that experience can you take as an individual to the players individually? Because you've been there, you know what they experience and what this experience is for them.
Yeah, certainly, George. I think every player has a different mindset of how they approach and how they feel it. So, as well as a group collective thing of the discussions we have as a group, as a team, how we're going to perform, individuals are very key to hit on that. And I use my past experiences of managing in big games and games where there's a lot riding on it, and using that experience to the group and to the individuals. Obviously, I think that's important, and giving as much as helpful information as I can to the players. But the main thing is to play the game, not the occasion. It's key that you focus, and players focus on their individual performances on the night. If they get that right, with and without the ball, which we didn't the other day with the ball, we'll certainly be on the front foot.
You know what it's going to be like tomorrow, from probably dusk to dawn in more ways than one. The atmosphere is going to be absolutely, really, really hitting and bursting out with the seams, isn't it, really? People talk about the first goal, Darrell, but as Tom has already alluded to, it's not whether you get it in the first minute, you could get it in the last minute, but that's the one, isn't it, really? But people will be expecting, hopefully, that Port Vale hit the target in the opening few minutes.
I think if you look at the whole group for the course of the season, one thing we're resolute, and that's what we've been all the way through the season. We've picked up numerous points when we've been losing at half time in games. We've come back in games we never know when we beat, which is really good and been really good for the most of the season, and we're looking to do that again Thursday night. So the past experience of the boy, the mentality of the group is pretty strong.
Can you bring anything different, because you know each other inside out, don't you, really? This will be the fourth time you've played them. Is there anything different you can look, and what you have looked in this build-up to this game tomorrow, what they might do?
George, you want my game plan, don't you? You want my game plan. You're trying to listen, of course. You know, they'll be doing the same thing. I won't be doing my job if I wasn't looking at ways we could hurt them in a different way. They'll be doing the same thing to us. So, as you say, you play against. This is the fourth time we've played against Swindon this season. We're well aware of each other's strengths and weaknesses, but you're always trying to look at a different angle that might just give you that extra edge.
Thanks, Darrell.
And if not, I'll blame you.
Darrell, the film asked you about the players staying patient in the team. What about the supporters? Say, you don't score in that first 20 minutes. How important is that they don't get anxious?
No, yes, but our supporters have been outstanding, and I know they're going to be right up for it. They'll back us right to the hilt Thursday night without a shadow of a doubt. I feel that. I feel that there has been some tense times in games where you can feel the tension, but tomorrow night's our last chance saloon, isn't it, to try and get to the final. And I'm sure the fans will give it for as many minutes as they need to get right behind the boys, and let's see what the end result is. So, I'm sure they will.
And we've just seen Jamie Proctor. Can you just tell us about the job he's doing for you, having had an injection in his hip, and he's not 100%?
Yeah, no, listen, I think that's Jamie Proctor's doing that selfishly, not selfishly, should I say. He's doing it for the club, trying to get himself available and as fit as possibly can for tomorrow night to make that difference. So we were having to look after him, but we've had to look after him for the last 4 or 5 weeks now. So we'll see how that pans out. But certainly very thankful that we've got players that want to put their bodies in the line for the club, and that's the sort of spirit that I want at the club.